Hello everybody, my name is Sniper Spunk, and I welcome all of you back to the next episode of the F-Zero 25th Anniversary Retrospective Series. This time we're not going to be talking about a specific F-Zero game, because I basically went over every single one that exists at this point. What I want to talk about now is every single cameo appearance that this series, Captain Falcon, the vehicles, all of it, has had in other media, Nintendo video game-wise, or other media. Let's just see how much we can find out there. Hope you all enjoy it. In this episode of the F-Zero 25th Anniversary Retrospective Series, I'm not going to be talking about a specific game, because obviously I've already talked about all those. But I'm going to be talking about the other appearances that F-Zero the series and Captain Falcon the character have made outside of the F-Zero game series itself. And strangely enough, actually, there's been quite a bit since its inception in 1990. I'm going to obviously start with the big main representation in the room, and that is the Smash Brothers series. Since day one, when Smash Brothers was released on the N64 back in 1999, Captain Falcon has been a playable character in the series since its inception. The main character of F-Zero has been a playable character in Smash Brothers since its N64 entry, since the series started. Now, when it came to specific representation in each game, the Nintendo 64 game basically just had Captain Falcon himself. There was no stage based off F-Zero. There was no music based off F-Zero. No items, no nothing. It was essentially just Captain Falcon himself as a playable character. Now, when we went to the GameCube game, Super Smash Bros. Melee, we finally got some stages in there, Big Blue and Mute City, some music, some trophies, some items, I think, and essentially it was Captain Falcon plus more. They finally started adding more to the Smash Brothers series, and we got more with the game, in terms of F-Zero representation. On the Wii game Super Smash Bros. Brawl, we basically got the Big Blue stage came back, we got Port Town Arrow Drive, Samurai Girl was an assist trophy, more music, stickers, trophies, more representation in general for the F-Zero series in terms of representation in the Smash Bros. Series. Now with the recent 3DS and Wii U games of Super Smash Bros. 4, on the 3DS we got a new stage, new version of Mute City, not the one from Melee, but one that's based off the Super Nintendo Super Famicom game. And on the Wii U, we basically just got a return of Port Town Arrow Drive. No new stage there, but both games pretty much had their own sets of music, own sets of trophies and stickers and items and representation for F-Zero, separate, more handheld console type stuff between them, even though Mute City on the 3DS was essentially a console game, whatever you take that as. And like I said, there's been trophies, stickers, and music. So as the series went on, as Smash Bros. Went on, there's been more and more F-Zero representation, just like all the other franchises in the Smash Bros. Series. They started off Captain Falcon exclusively and went on to add more as time went on. And where it's going to get added more as time goes on from future Smash Bros. Games, we will never know until those days come. Another cameo representation of F-Zero out of its own series was in Wii Music, when in fact one of the Nintendo songs in the game that you can actually play is in fact Mute City, and when you play that, it does kind of have some special effects on the stage when you're playing it, if you play in a certain area or whatever, showing like F-Zero designs. So when it came to Wii Music, in terms of Nintendo music that was added for the game to play, alongside F-Zero, alongside Mario and Zelda, like the Mario, Zelda, Animal Crossing and whatnot, they added F-Zero. So it was a game that got luckily added as a small little add-on representation cameo as a song that you can play in the game Wii Music on the Nintendo Wii. Now when it came to the launch title Nintendo Land, there was an attraction of F-Zero racing game where you use the gamepad and you drive alongside what was essentially a Mute City type course, using the motion of the gamepad to drive. And on top of that, there were also songs and references that you could actually unlock for your Nintendo Land theme park as you played more, got the coins and cashed in and won prizes and whatnot, so you can actually listen to F-Zero music and get stuff for your park outside the game attraction itself. Now, I did mention this in F-Zero GP Legend and F-Zero Climax. There was also an anime series based off of F-Zero. Now, I never actually watched the series, but I do think it kind of took the events of the game and kind of pushed it more, towards an anime series. There is a pretty deep kind of lore and story to F-Zero, to the point where they could actually make a series like that, and I never actually watched it, but unlike a lot of Nintendo franchises, it actually got a show. It got an anime. Not many Nintendo franchises are capable of saying that. Now, how successful the show actually was, I don't really know. But I think it did fairly well for its time, and like I said, I will look into that in due time. Then we have a very, very retro, small representation in the Mario RPG game for the Super Nintendo, which, in fact, when you go into one of the houses in the game, there is a model of the Blue Falcon on one of the shelves in it. So alongside, like, Samus and Link and whatnot showing up in representation, cameos in that game, we got a small itsy-bitsy little F-Zero reference, which is pretty cool that it was able to get something like that. And then the final representation, final cameo and outside appearance that I did research on and actually came up with, has been Mario Kart based stuff. In Mario Kart Wii, on obviously the Nintendo Wii, you can unlock the Blue Falcon as a car to drive around in. And when it came to Mario Kart 8 on the Nintendo Wii U, you can also download the Blue Falcon and the DLC pack. And between the DLC packs, there are also a Mute City and a Big Blue tracks as DLC to race in Mario Kart 8. On top of it, if you use the Captain Falcon amiibo, you can get a Captain Falcon Mii costume for your Mii racer in the game. That's essentially all I basically was able to come up with in terms of research for F-Zero representation cameos outside the series itself. There may actually be more. I don't really know, but I basically just listed and named off all the stuff that I was able to come across. My opinion on this matter, I think it's actually pretty cool. For as medium of a franchise that F-Zero really is, I actually do consider it to be a pretty mediumly high Nintendo franchise, despite the fact how Nintendo themselves actually treat the franchise. Although, like I said, how they treat it, it's kind of a low franchise on their priority list, sadly enough, which kind of does annoy me a bit, and a lot of fans of F-Zero. But I consider it one of their top-notch high franchises, not the top alongside Mario and Zelda, but in that same level as a Star Fox, Fire Emblem, Kirby, Donkey Kong to some extent, Pokemon, which is kind of medium-high up there, right, with Mario and Zelda, but kind of like probably not as high as Mario and Zelda, really. Alongside something like, the medium franchises like Star Fox and Fire Emblem and Advance Wars and Golden Sun and Donkey Kong and Kirby and the Wii series and whatnot. That's where I would place F-Zero. It's crazy to see within these 25 years just how much representation it's gotten outside of the F-Zero series itself. The entire Smash Brothers representation, the song and Wii music, the entire Nintendo thing between the attraction, the songs, references, the anime series, the Blue Falcon and Mario RPG, all Mario Kart Wii and Mario Kart 8 references between stages and racetracks and costumes and whatnot, and vehicles. It's pretty sweet, and it makes me wonder, where's the representation for F-Zero going to go from now on? Where are we going to see F-Zero in the future? Whether or not we see the F-Zero series come back, which I can guarantee, if Star Fox came back, we're going to see a return of F-Zero eventually. So with the return of that, inevitable at this point pretty much, especially with how many fans demand this stupid franchise, or demand this awesome franchise that has lore, has history, has nostalgic status in the world of Nintendo. What makes us wonder where they're going to go next with this? Obviously, we're going to see more Smash Bros. Representation as time goes on, but if we get another Nintendo Land, will we get another game? Are they going to be doing some more Wii music stuff? Are we going to see another anime series one day? More Mario Kart representation? You don't know. And that's where I leave this video, as in, there's been a lot we've seen so far, but there's so much more we can see of F-Zero, the series itself, and the representation it can get in other games and media. My name is Snipers Fun. Peace. Please subscribe if you want to, and stay tuned for one more episode of the F-Zero 25th Anniversary Retrospective series, when I talk about my opinions on the future of the series and where I hope it goes. Stay tuned next time. Peace.